Good morning, friends. We're working on, the Zelda notes for Tears of the Kingdom. And our next one is up in the Death Mountain area. Let's see, do I have anything for him? Probably not. But we'll check. Nope. How much is the weapon one? Oh yeah, never mind. Nope. Okay. Alright, so the idea is there's one up at this great skeleton. So we're going to go up there, and then we're going to work our way down this way, and then come back up around here. There's like two down over here. And then come up here, and then go into Kala, Zora's Domain, Lanayru, Necluda, West Necluda, and then Hyrule Field. Finish off at the castle. Because thankfully, the castle is not, the actual boss area. Alright. So, first and foremost, this one. Alright, make sure my volume on my device is all the way up. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's right over by the, I should probably get better armor on, because we're in, a combat area. Yep. Alright. Good. There it is.
The Elden Great Skeleton. Geological surveys of Hyrule have largely been at a standstill, but they could be incredibly valuable. Through identify extinction events and their causes. We could see evidence of environmental changes or disasters, and possibly prevent them from happening again. And this all ties back to fossils. We simply must put more effort into their study.
Again, I really love this Zelda. She's a scientist. She's like, there's important information to have had here with, what happened to these giant, Leviathan things. And I want to learn more. And there's, in the last game, there were 3 guys that could have done it. Next one is not there. Here. Not there. Here. House, which I think is the Yonobo Corp building. Oh. It is very warm in here. Do I have anything that makes me fireproof? Back up when I... There we go. Oh! Oops. Weapons on fire. Get rid of this bow, because that bow is not fireproof. Shield. Got a fireproof shield. Fireproof. Shield. Got a fireproof shield. Fireproof oven. Okay, it was my bow that got lit on fire. I was like, lit on fire. Fireproof oven. Okay, it was my bow that got lit on fire. I was like, lit on fire. I think the exit is over this way. Ice fruit. have an ice weapon. Ruby. Does not look like it, so stick with this. Yay, dead. Don't remember what's in their chests. Oh. It's a 44? Yeah, we'll go ahead. Well, let's drop this one. Oh, hey, buddy. You're there. Ow. Here we go. Come down here and play with me. You're not allowed to jump back up there. That's part of the whole reason why normally I just go up, so then that way I don't have to fight stuff. But I have weapons that, you know, could be used to fuse stuff too. Sure. Hey, he died. Alright. Here you go. Works. Alright. Right. This. Let's go ahead and head out. The exit's like right over here. Yep. Butterfly ran away from me. Nobo. Bill. Is it inside of it? Yep. Almost inside.
The sudden changes on Death Mountain left many Gorons feeling uneasy, but I hear young Yonobo goes to the mountain every day to mine ore, are motivating his fellow Gorons, shaking them out of their worry and giving them purpose. Certainly the future of Goron City is brighter thanks to Yonobo.
Yes. Nobo was like, look. Oh yeah, I did have that maxed out, didn't I? At one point, this I had maxed out. Alright, and then looks like the next one is actually in Goron City proper. So... yeah, it's in Goron City proper. So we're gonna go see if we can go to the entrance of Goron City. Although I suppose now there's technically 2 entrances to Goron City. Technically. The main fairway. Here it is.
When I was a fireproof elixirs to counter the extreme heat, it's a relief to see those are no longer needed. One thing that hasn't relief to see those are no longer needed. One thing that hasn't changed, though, is the Goron's love of eating rocks. Seeing it now, I am reminded of when Daruk gave Link a rock to eat. And he did.
I mean, some rocks you can eat. Technically, salt is a rock. You can eat salt. There are some rocks you don't want to eat. But you can technically eat rocks. Alright, next one. Looks like it's up here. Yep. Ooh, bunch of sapphires today.
This restaurant specializes in grilling various foods, though it seems they are planning on leaving this location to a skilled chef and opening a new shop along the road. Since they were moving on, they were kind enough to give me a seared steak as a gift.
Aww. That's kind of cute. Alright, next one I think is sell me. Got any rubies? I'll buy 10 for you for 3. Let's see if got any rubies? I'll buy 10 for you for 3. Let's see if I even have. Amber is getting easier to come by, so the selling price is a higher price these days. Do I have 10 rubies? This is my first question. Oh, I do have. Okay. Yes. What's the next one you want? Topazes? Sure. Sapphires? Sapphires. Oh, apparently I have a lot of sapphires. Hi, little boy. What you doing? Yeah, but I might need those to upgrade some armors, so we'll hold off for now. The blacksmith? Yep.
This is the large sword that Daruk carried with him. He always held it as though it was light as a feather, twice as heavy as normal. Not only that, but when he became a champion, he increased its weight even more. There is a certain symbolism in this. Daruk was bold and friendly, but he carried an incredible weight without concern or complaint.
That sounds about right. Alright, there are 2 more. One looks like it's on the bridge that overlooks the city. And then the other one... maybe another part of Goron City. Duck-a-doo-doo, what you doing? Trying to figure out where all the tweets are at, mummy. I smell some. Are at, mummy. I smell some. I think this is where they're going to be above here or in here. There we go.
I was surprised when I first saw Yunobo. The young Goron is built of course, he doesn't have the same bold spirit Daruk had, but he is an honest boy with a truly kind heart.
Oh, I mean, I guess they look similar. Like, Yunobo is very, I guess you could say, clean-shaven Goron. And why did my camera suddenly decide not to zoom in anymore? I had it zoomed in and then... whatever. It's being weird. I'll have to figure that out later. So I guess this is Yunobo's house? Alright, the next one is up on the bridge. Was there a shrine near there? Doesn't look like it. That's fine. So we can teleport to the one shrine. I need to go. How to reach my friend? Where's your friend at? Well, that happens. Well, that's not too hard. But we're, a little busy at the moment, so we'll figure that out probably on the way back. Hmm. At least now the Gorons are willing to talk to you whenever, they go rolling by. Ocarina of Time, if they were rolling by, they were completely oblivious to what was going on around them. I think it's on the other side of the bridge. Oh, nope.
Oh, Taruk. Link told I am so sorry that you worried after me all the way to the end, and I cannot thank you enough for keeping the promise you made 100 years ago. I will make you proud, my friend. I will bring peace to this land.
Oh. Oh, and there's one more up past the bridge. Alright. Oh, and there's one more up past the bridge. Alright. Right. I think that was our plan was to so we'll get that one. And then actually we'll get the two that's on this path that we're currently on, and then we'll jump down to the ones in the canyon. And then get the one for the Shadow Hamlet after that, and then we'll get the ones in Akala. Alright. That sounds like a plan. I just see two of those fall down? 3, 4, 5. Yep, a whole bunch of these just fell down all together.
The Gorons looked so comfortable as they lounged in these hot springs. As for me, the heat was too much and I only put my feet in. Poor Link even caught a scolding from the Gorons when he tried to add a little water to cool it down. Apparently this temperature is merely tepid to them already.
Link's like, it's hot. Can we maybe not? That would be Hmm. Wonder why. Whatever, it's fine. Figure it out later. Well, let's take a minute into the hot springs since we're here. Did something just attack my guys? Horns were like, don't add any water. It will make it freezing. Ooh. A lot of nice ones. You have a... You have a... Well, the good news is that it isn't super hot. Well, the good news is that it isn't super hot. Hot. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, it's a like. It's a like. Rock like. Ow. Rock like. Ow. Right, I need another thumb. Oh. There you go. Perfect. There you go. Perfect. Anything good in here? Anything good in here? Hmm. Hmm. Well, I like the things that let me break rocks. Well, I like the things that let me break rocks. Let's see. See the bridge. Like I like the rivets of lava like it's cool lava cuz like the rivets of lava like it's cool lava cuz but underneath is probably a lot of hot lava. Probably a lot of hot lava.
Not long ago, that lava was frequently and fiercely erupting from Death Mountain. These days, the mountain seems fiercely erupting from Death Mountain. These days, the mountain seems to have quieted, though. I've heard stories that ancient Gorons built dwellings. I've heard stories that ancient Gorons built dwellings far down in the depths. If this is similar to how the mountain looked back then.
Hmm. 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 I mean I mean in we found that place. That place. And if they had built it because the lava was cooler and not running as much, that would make sense. And then if the being really active, they would have potentially moved because I don't think they can technically live in lava. Lava? Is this a bistro? I think it is. Alright. Looks like it's at the intersection. It is.
Covered in lava and was largely unapproachable. But now that the volcanic eruptions have subsided, even Hylians can come here with for new shops along the road. This place is about to see some significant changes.
And I'm sure every time, you have a lava flow eruption, so to speak, like if alright, there are two next to this shrine down here. One of them is a stable, and the other one probably talks about the Maw of Death Mountain. Oh, excuse me. The stable, since that one's easy. And right there.
Stables are a treasure trove of information and a great place to find members of the research team. We've just begun our work. We've already received research reports from every region. As we continue working, I should ensure they know how to defend themselves. Exploring the unknown can be dangerous after all.
Yeah, Taro looks like he's been in a few scraps before. And then the Maw of Death Mountain. Probably change out of this outfit now. And then we'll go up to the Shadow. And then we'll go up to the Shadow Hamlet. Shadow Hamlet.
This was previously the trailhead for Death Mountain, but the path has collapsed and monsters have descended on the area, scaring off most of the travelers. If Daruk were here, I'm sure he'd clear out any opposition in no time. Assuming there are no dogs among them.
Yeah. Daruk had a fear of puppies, and that's okay. Alright, let's see. Next one. What is this Shadow Hamlet one? What would be our best way to get to the Shadow Hamlet? What would be our best way to get to the Shadow Hamlet? Oh, let's go ahead and just go up here. And then drop down to it. I think all of those swords, if I remember correctly, are where I can go to get weapons, like, restored. Take weapons in and repair them. Sort of. Let's see, what is this? I think he'll do that. Find out. Or he'll just spit it back out. Oh. Oh, right. I have to have everyone off for this. You can have everyone off for this. You can use daily. Alright. Drop. Yeah, that, no, give that back. I need that. Jerk. Thank you. And now, yep, see, all fixed. All fixed. All right. The Shadow Hamlet. I am going the wrong way for the Shadow Hamlet. Yeah, this way. Need to go more. Yep, here we go. Shadow Hamlet.